Bismillahirrohmanirrohim. Assalamu'alaykum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alfiah Fadhilah Imran. I'm from PBI A, and now I'm gonna explain material about syntax. Firstly, we have to know what is syntax. Syntax is a branch of linguistics where in linguistics, syntax learns about the rules that determine how the sentence is formed or the way in which the word is formed to become bigger, then become a phrase, from phrase to clause, and finally a sentence. The aim of this chapter is to show you what syntactic structures look like and to familiarize you with some of the rules that determine them. For the first point is what the syntax rules do. First, specifies the correct word order for a language. As we know that English is a subject, verb, and object language or SVO language. Jadi, untuk membuat urutan kata yang benar dalam pembuatan kalimat harus dimulai dari S, V, and O agar sesuai dengan tata bahasa atau gramatikalnya. For example, the president nominated a new Supreme Court justice. You can see the president is subject and nominated is a verb and a new Supreme Court justice is an object. The second is to describe the relationship between the meaning of a particular group of words and their order of words. For example, I mean what I say and I say what I mean, which in these rules contain the same words but the meanings are very different. And the third is to specify the grammatical relations of a sentence, such as subject and direct object. In other words, they provide the information about who is doing what to whom. For example, my cat catched your dog. And the last is set other limits that the sentence must comply with. For example, the boy found and the boy found the ball. From the example, we can see that first example is ungrammatical, while the second example is grammatical because the syntax rules specify that a verb found must be followed by something. Our syntactic knowledge crucially includes rules that tell us how words form groups in a sentence or how they are hierarchically arranged with respect to one another. For example, the captain ordered all old men and women of the sinking ship. This phrase, old man and woman, is ambiguous because referring either to old man and to woman of any age or to old man and old woman. The ambiguity arises because the words old man and woman can be grouped in two ways. You can see for the first way, old modifies only men, and so the woman can be any age. And the second way is the adjective old modifies both man and woman. And then there are two hierarchical diagrams to illustrate the same point. In the first structure, old and men are under the same node and hence, so old modifies man. In the second structure, old shares a node with the entire conjunction man and woman, and so modifies both. And the second point is what grammaticality is not based on. In this point, discuss about the structure of a sentence contributes to its meaning. However, grammaticality and meaningfulness are not the same thing. Such as, there are sentences don't make much sense. They are syntactically well formed. For example, colorless green ideas sleep furiously, and then a verb crumpled the milk. And then there are also sentences that we understand even though they are not well formed according to the rules of syntax. For example, the boy quickly in the house, the ball found. So, grammaticality also doesn't depend on the truth of sentence. If it did, lying would be impossible, because untrue sentences also can be grammatical. And the third point is sentence structure. You can see this is the one of sentence structure. That is determiner, noun, verb, determiner, and noun. This template says that a determiner or an article is followed by a noun, which is followed by a verb, and so on. It would describe English sentences such as the following. First, the child found a puppy. The is determiner, child is noun, found is a verb, is determiner, and puppy is noun. The second, the professor wrote a book. The is determiner, professor is noun, wrote is a verb, is determiner, and book is noun. And the last is the runner won the race. That is determiner, runner is noun, won is a verb, the is a determiner, and then race is noun. The fourth is constituents and constituency test. There are 3 tests. First, stand-alone test. If a group of words can stand alone, they form a constituent. So, in a simple definition, constituent is the set of words that can be used to answer a question. To clarify this part, I want to give an example. That is, I found a puppy. If there is someone ask, what did you find? A speaker might answer a puppy, but not a found, because a puppy can stand alone, while found cannot. The second test is replacement by a pronoun. We can see from the beginning of the title, replacement. So, pronouns can substitute for natural groups. To make it easy, if there is someone ask, where did you find the puppy? You can answer, I found him in the park. So, a puppy become him. The last test is move as a unit test. If a group of words can be moved, they form a constituent. For example, if we compare the child found a puppy to the following sentence, it was a puppy that the child found, and a puppy was found by the child. In the first example, the constituent a puppy has moved from its positions following found. And then in the second example, the positions of a puppy and the child have been changed. The fifth point is syntactic categories. There are several kinds of syntactic categories, such as noun phrase, verb phrase, adjective phrase, adverb phrase, and prepositional phrase. You can see the example from each categories. The last is lexical and functional categories. There are several kinds of this. First, noun. Noun is the name of any word that can stand as the subject or object of any sentence. This including people, animals, objects, abstract ideas, feelings, and so on. And the second is verb. Verb is describe an action, indicate or show what is done by someone. And then a preposition. Preposition is a word or a group of words used before a noun or pronoun to show place, position, or time. And then adjective is a word which precedes, qualifies a noun or pronoun. And the last is adverb. Adverb is a word class that describes a verb, an adjective, or other adverb. Thanks for watching, and please correct me if I'm wrong. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.